World Card Game Federation here with a continuation of the Grand Kai tournament. We're watching another badly cropped match that the players managed to not pay attention to the little viewfinder again. Looks like Zach got this one going first. And I thought swore he would have ran in running cheese swinging first, but no. He's going to play it a little safer than that. It's going to go over to James playing Black Mischievous Bardock. Now I've always said that this deck was one of those ones that had such a fun idea behind it, but I just have never seen it pulled off correctly. The whole idea of mill and all that fun stuff just sounds like a wonderful thing. Sounds like you could rock it up from anger, but I just could never see it working. So it looks like he's going to play some kind of cards into play. I don't recognize them at all. Promo versions of cards I don't know. Okay. Goes back over to Zach. I believe he has got the cheese loaded. Though I have cheated and seen the end of this match already, and it is not what I expected. It was shocking. Okay, so Zach's going to open up most likely with his level 1 Vegeta or Mastery. Be real surprised it wasn't one of those two. Oh! Ah, look at that. Look at that. Ah, okay. So that's a little bit of a surprise there. So it looks like he got an early physical barrage of hits, and is most likely going to be the reason that James here doesn't mount a huge offense. So let's see what happens. Can't see what's going on in James's hand, or else I would have a little bit more to offer here.
Don't have a physical block, obviously.
Well, that also shut off all of James's anger for this combat, so that's interesting to know that unless... Okay, so it's stare down that goes away. Okay, he Mischievous. Okay, he makes him discard a card, a black combo, which at this point was a worthless card, so it's fine. It's actually just a very minor physical minus the anger. Use your mastery, you goof. Oh wait, no. He's would be more concerned about putting another card in Zach's hand. So I could see that being an issue because no matter what you choose, it's going to be just another 2-egg. Oh, okay. He's going to use some Bardock power. Nice. Has it been a while, James? You seen Gallic Gun? It's just a move that just kills you dead if it hits you, is all.
And then, oh, sorry, I just threw the top first.
Right.
And then, I can search your deck for another heroic dash.
Yeah, that would be one of the key tools. I've yet to see it not come into one of Zach's matches.
That's true.
Yeah, the Final Flash wouldn't lock him out of almost every... Well, gee, all of Bardock's abilities. To my knowledge, he doesn't have an attack or a block as any of his on his stack. But that's a good question. If James has built this deck to the specs that I think, he will have enough time to core out that deck. So yeah, go with Dashing Punch. I can't say as I blame him terribly. Though it seems to me that unless that was into the banish zone, that Vegeta can recur them up. And there's the cheese.
6, 7, 8.
Wonderful.
2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. 5, 6.
Nice.
7, 8. And it's all banished?
Yeah, all banished due to the dash punch.
And that was...
Oh, yeah. So despite that, that dashing punch may have been the play of the game in a really uncomfortable fashion. So at this point, I'm sorry to say, James can't do a whole bunch. We're trying to just dip on combat if possible. Okay, he's got a shoulder slam, which is going to lower down that anger and slow down Zach just a hair, which is, shocking, but he's going to. Okay, so he's got to manage...
Oh, yeah, sure.
I let it hit.
Yeah,
It hits for 0.
I see.
Yeah, so they had to resolve, of course, the floating effect that came from the Mischievous Mastery that made him have to draw and discard. And now he's going to go and hit him with the... Okay, I'm sorry to say I don't know what James's hand could have in it at this point, considering just how much he has taken to the face. So you know what's amazing, you guys, is I never usually classify the premier Vegeta stack as being any kind of beatdown. It could be, but primarily is not so. The amount of damage it's putting out here, pretty shocking. Hardly ever see such a thing. I gotta admit, James here might have been more patient than I expected. He might have rope-a-doped this one long enough to make sure to stick Zach on this level at least for one or two more actions, maybe even a whole combat.
Four.
Okay, and he's gonna go ahead and take a small bit of damage.
It's preventable.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's
I
that.
thought
Yeah,
it was,
yeah, it's the. I know that feeling.
Just yep.
yeah, I wrote.
There you go. So he ends up wicking off the damage from his level one without too much issue, without having to worry about getting critted.
I haven't used this.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is when you do that, buddy.
You don't have attacks.
I do not.
Oh, banished.
Yep, make him ditch it. Let's see what he had. Oh, a block. How the heck did I forget? I've actually seen that in his hand. Oh boy, and he gets no anger from doing it, so having that particular one would be fun, but you darn well know Zach's deck ain't got a single drill in it, because those are just dead weight when you're moving that quick.
Okay.
And I have to discard. It's out of combat?
No, and combat is still in.
Oh, okay. uh, Sorry, I think.
So I don't blame him. It would be nice to have black schematics to be able to get at that 2 anger, but what I don't know what that other card is. It's yet another obscure promo that I never bothered to take another look at. Okay, James finally has his first full turn with anger active. This is pretty wild. Me, I'd go after Zach. I'm never going to see him with this few of actions possible ever. I don't know why you put power stages on Bardock. Okay, he's getting it now. That's not wise to do in a tournament setting. You got some rule meisters back in the day who would have really roasted your onion for that. So here's a good question. Does he just assume he can hold back the tidal wave of punches coming out of Zach and anger gain and try to play it a little slower, or does he just run for anger rush as fast as he conceivably can and hope he doesn't get it back? Okay, he's going to mill the top of his life card, out of this deck. Block, a sphere, physical block, a back kick. I actually don't remember the name of this card, come to think of it. It's the one where you have to line up. I want to say it's either the one that counts as a named card, or the one that if you line up the stuff of telling what kind of damage it does, or revealing the top of the deck. I don't remember. It's a massive hit. I don't recall. Yeah, they're already gone.
Oh, they're
Now, not Gallic Guns. Yep, Final Flashes are your next targets. Now, as bad as every card is in his deck, Gallic Gun is also not fun. But Final Flash, like I said, would knock him out of using his Mastery, his Bardock, sealing up, 2 actions of combat. It's too dangerous. Good. He goes for the Final Flash. Much appreciated. That is wise. Okay, and let's see what Zach's got. Even though I'm looking at his hand, I still feel like somewhere during the course of this, there is going to be a humorous comeback and a crit for critical damage somewhere in this thing. There we go. Okay, banish schematics. We're going to ditch a random card from James's hand. That one. Oh, he loses a physical block. That's unfortunate. I'm sure his plan had that in it. I just do it right back. There's no reason not to make sure that they're both in play at this point. Do it right back. Yeah, because there are how many actions he has. He has the same number of cards as when he started the combat. I know. I'm not sure if James is overthinking it or if he really just has a very elaborate sequence.
Black Dash.
Can you 2 anger?
If it hits, I guess.
Okay, he's going to use Black Dash. It's going to go ahead and connect. Oh, look at that. Hey. That's one thing I tell you. Whenever I build a deck for Speed Anger, I never think about wanting to hold my opponent down as I do it. Oh, it is back strike. Got back kick. Wow.
draw
Uh,
a card.
Oh yeah. Oh,
So go ahead and do that.
yeah, you draw mill.
Does that change anything that you want?
No.
Okay. I mean, if you draw a knee catch, right?
Yeah. And then I'll yeah. Yes,
very nice.
I'm you have a
Oh, it
spirit
is so easy to get stranded on Bardock's level 2.
I'm gonna
Waiting for. And I had two, so
Now, I don't even know if, well, he does have his level 1. He could potentially do that before he ditches one last card. There you go. He's going to throw his level 1 to mill for,
and then I
yeah, draw the card, mill the card, raise his own anger. Yes, please.
4 stages.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and take the hit, which isn't too terribly big, which is a good idea after the beating he took to not. Wow, a dev blow to level. Holy crud and a half. I didn't even know James for sure got off a level 1 in this one. I thought I saw him at least at level 2.
It doesn't really matter.
It does if I ever hit 3.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I could see that one. So he's going to resolve some banishing of cards from dev blow, which actually should be pretty minor damage, maybe 1 or 2 power stages. Even with Bardock powered up to full, I don't think he really caught up to him. Nope.
No, I was about to say. I'll pass.
Okay, so have you attacked with Vegeta?
I did. That's what put you
Oh,
at 4 anger.
okay, yeah.
Okay, waiting to see
So on the bottom
if he's going to be bold enough to use his level 2.
Good combo.
got two in hand. And they're both physical attacks.
and it's your turn.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to Bardock power. I destroy the banished bottom.
Okay, he's using his level 2. It's the one that has some iffy stuff. As I recall, there's also a card ditch involved if he's gonna.
I will use black
There's no
Black
target.
schematics. Like I said, the drills are dead weight, and the deck needs to move as quickly as this one. Now, something I'm not really supposed to tell y'all, folks, but since I've had a little bit of time since this event passed, me and a buddy did look through all the decks, well, most of them, and look through their efficiencies, their goals, and things like that. Yeah, the Black Mischievous Bardock was a big question mark. I really don't know what he was shooting for in certain aspects, because we were thinking after looking at it, heck, even playing a couple of rounds with this exact build, we couldn't figure out how he was supposed to level off of level 2. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because he threw his level 1 and drew a card and milled a card.
Back that I can recall, but I'm gonna get rid of you.
Yeah.
You.
If my event is milled, the free endurance.
So he's throwing the dev blow. He's got to do the target banish, the anger lower. There shouldn't be hardly any damage involved, if not 1 power stage, maybe 2.
3, 4 stages.
4 stages. Wow. So Bardock never got off a C in his second level? Doggone. Never thought about that one. You either need to have allies in the game. Okay, so he's level 2, so he's going to watch him. Oh, that's a nice yucky hand there. He's got a... okay, that explains why this match went the way that it did. I was like, okay, how's he going to get off of this one? So, good old Gallic gun. Okay, he's going to go through his discard pile. In a casino setting, we would have called this one counting cards. The idea of looking at the odds of what's left to draw in the deck. Okay. So he is going to immediately go for it. I don't blame him. It means he's not going to waste any other actions or movements in this thing. Oh, and James did not draw a block. He's going to take a double crit. So remember, it does a critical damage effect. Yeah, it does critical damage regardless because no prevention. A surprisingly powerful blast. Whew, man, if I was James, I don't know what I would do if I'd rope-a-dope another 1 or 2 hits and just try to goad Zach out to try to get some of his anger going.
Smooth as drills. I mean, I'd love an absorption drill and spoon this drill right about now.
Let's see. I'm gonna
Master?
mastery. Yeah, get rid of that galaxy.
Okay, well, he's got rid of a lot of them at this point.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We usually do evens and odds for this. So he's going to utilize the mastery. He's going to make him ditch a card, and he's got ability to draw and discard. Okay, he banishes Black Days. Don't know why you'd ever use that card. He's going to do right back to him. Now, James has more cards in his hand overall. But we know that now that Zach is no longer wearing a wall breaker, knee catch falls out of his deck. Wonderful. So yeah, we were saying that that one, his actions, despite having only 2 actions on here, he is for certain going to draw another 2 anger swing on this attack and draw.
I'm going to.
Come on. Okay, well James is going to go ahead and respond. Use a black dash, raise his own anger too. I wouldn't have bothered at this point. I would have passed.
Now I'm down to C. Go ahead and do your searching thing. It is a May, so if you've already seen all you want to see, you don't have to. Hey, I like it. That's going to put time somewhere else. And that final flash.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see what he's got here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like I said, it is a May. You don't have to search if you've already seen the deck enough. But you may if you wish. And you dashed, so draw a card.
Oh,
I know you never
I hit this, so draw a card.
Oh, that's right. We need to resolve the draw. No, the wall breaker fell out. The worst timing. 2 crucial moments have determined this entire outcome. So he's going to draw and discard. He's got a confrontation. Wonderful. He lost the final flash, but it's barely going to matter because he's going to hit his level 2 and it's going to get shuffled back in before the end of this combat. Wonderful. So he hits it with a very light black bear hug, raising his anger 2. And let's see what James has got. Tell me you have some kind of anger control. I know that you don't, but could you at least tell me you do? And you know he's got a confrontation in his hand, which he's about to use, so please use it. Whatever you've got in your hand. Oh, shoulder slam, shoulder slam. What are you doing, you doof? Reset his anger. Do not go. Wait, if that's a shoulder slam or a dead blow in his hand, he's doomed. Do it. Come on. Yes. Why are we even dancing around this idea? Knock him down. What? No. James. What are you doing, buddy? No, you shoulder slam him. You don't let him move. He's more dangerous than you are. There. Okay, dev blow is what it was. It was lower. Yep, see? Even.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think that's all he has in his discard. Oh, no. He's got a handful. Yeah, you're going to want to get rid of all those guys. His dev blow.
Defense cards with anger in them, too, right?
So it depends on which effect you're talking about. So level 2 is just
Is anything with anger in the text box.
Any cards with anger.
the shuffle effect is any card. The search is specifically an attack.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, that was at the bottom. Yeah, I'll get rid of those.
Okay.
One stage.
You're at C still.
That's the most damage I've done all day.
Oh, now I'm down to 3. Let's confirm.
Wow, he had to do it with a dev blow. Confrontation, his last card's going to get back in, and yes, he's going to miss that opportunity to do that and to level himself. And though I really feel for James, it was way better than having Zach take off and then get another action, do damage, shuffle. It ain't worth it. You slow him down like that. So I believe he's out of actions at this point. If you guys notice where this one was headed, it's not necessarily that Zach lost the race, but I think he just took too much damage too early on. And he's taking the level 2 Vegeta, level 1 Vegeta power, which is a couple power stages. Yep, and it's James's turn again, and we're in an awkward spot because, like I said, he's running out of deck and running out of time, and he's not about to MPPV. I mean, to me, it looks like he is. That's my opinion. But remember, if you give Zach the opportunity to have an action, he will pull out something anti-anger. He just will. So it's thinking like, okay, am I going to waste a 1 anger swing immediately with jumping into combat? Yeah, you kind of have to, or else you're not going to level. So let's see what happens. So, okay, Zach didn't draw the monster beefy hand ever, but do you have a one anger swing to go ahead and lower his anger in the same process? In other words, I just said pull out a shoulder slam or a dev blow. That's a toughie. So you could chance the whole world because I can't see that third card. Also, why did old James not power up Bardock? Where's his PUR?
I have to.
So you could mastery and hope that, or just throw your two anger swing already. It was a hand. Maybe he shouldn't have forced this combat. Now I know Zach didn't have a full hand. It was a little rare for him not to have a full hand. This one is going to get stopped. I want to say that third card up there is a block. No, he's going to take it. He's going to risk taking it, but in reality, there's no risk at all with the amount of endurance. Watch this. He's going to hit three endurance. Yeah, I called it. Three endurance on the top. Beautiful. And then Vegeta to finally level. Fantastic. So he's going to throw a 4 power stage physical at him. Uh, yeah, good old James is going to take that hit. It's not the end of the world, but I just feel like they're just get the hits are going to keep coming, and there's nowhere in Zach's hand where it's going to slow down. Someone yelled my name at the doggone event, and I have no memory of that silly thing going on. Okay, somebody explain what's going on here. Somebody start moving. I believe it's James who needs to make a move.
I'll go ahead and master combo.
Yep. Okay, Zach's going to do the... Yep. There you go. And he loses. I think that card's stare down or some such thing. I don't know what that promo is. Doing it back at him is not going to help because he still has a level 1 attack. Or, yeah, his level 2 attack. And he has Mischief, so he's got plenty of pocket anger. Okay, Zach's going to go ahead and activate the power, look at the top 5, rearrange them, and then banish. And then because he is saying it's just a free 2 anger event, which is really impressive.
It's light.
It's stages.
Fingers crossed. See if we get what we need here.
Okay, waiting to see what's going to go on here. Okay, Zach finishes his business, banish the top card, can't see it. He gets his 2 anger for his trouble. Eek. Yuck. Okay, Bardock. I don't remember exactly what this one does. And that's a sad sign because you'd hope that you'd see enough of Bardock's level 3 that you might remotely remember what it does, but not in this case. Looks like it appears to be the ability to search out and destroy or banish some cards. Not bad, but it would have been nice about 2 combats ago. Yeah, knee catchers are fine, though I would have went with any remaining Gallic guns or final flashes, any of that dumb stuff. I guess he just doesn't want him to have any more blocks. Though I don't know if James here should have been as worried about him taking hits because I even if he like, there's no difference for Zach between taking a hit and not.
In that order. What if I? Oh, got him.
Okay.
My little act for rebellion against Bardock.
Okay, so what do we got here? Now, I don't know if Zach has... Oh, yeah, because he's about to get another card, so that's about where this has to go.
Probably got a shoulder slam in hand just to ruin my day. But yeah, let's go ahead and Vegeta.
Yep, he's going to throw his Vegeta power, hit 3 anger, hit him with all 6 power stages.
Angry boys.
So those knee catches go flying back into his deck. Yeah.
So we'll do one of these and schematic.
Wow. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and shuffle those 2 back in on the hit, so it does connect. I was going to say James hasn't actually done his mastery yet. So he's still holding an energy block, which is relatively useless.
Mastery to
Make
banish.
him ditch him and banish. I don't even know how useful that would be. Like unless specifically James had a
Sounds good to me.
energy.
Let's go.
Resistance energy.
Pass.
I know.
Sounds good to me.
Dude, on that.
Wow, that was a painful combat that only Zach made good on. That was rough.
Sorry, I.
Wow, look at
See,
that
see,
beast.
I already know what the top four are, so you can go ahead and
See, he already has two actions ready to roll.
Sorry, I'm thinking about. I don't.
So look at that. As far as how this one will go, he'll be able to put James's anger in stasis. Huh.
I'm gonna put them in.
Okay, so he's going to go ahead and do that. I'm guessing he's resolving some kind of Bardock power.
I haven't said
Oh,
I'm in.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I guess.
I can't imagine what would be the issue. Because think about it. Zach has nothing to lose at all.
Mischief and
Yeah, so imagine this for a second. So he's got
Taunt.
his level 2, which is a free anger. He's got his shoulder slam, which is a free anger, anti-anger built into it. The ability to slow down Mischievous. He's way ahead on life cards. There is no reason not to go in on that, but Zach chose not to. I don't know if it's just he would have felt like he would have lost his momentum rushing forward without enough anger skyrocketing. I'm not sure. And then I have to remind James again, James, your PUR, please. Thanks for remembering before the combat started. Jeez, his level 3, he barely has a 4 PUR? Yeesh.
7, 8.
I guess it's just average, but still.
5, 6, 7, and 8. Hit, more anger, crit.
And now let's see what's going on here, because there's ought to be something going on in this hand. Okay, yeah, Black Taunt, the idea of just getting wailed on in the meantime, totally not worth it.
either a hug or one, two, three. That's more what I was looking for. Let's go.
Yeah, an anti-anger, two anger. It's basically the hand that this deck produces. If it ain't lowered anger, it's raised anger, and if it's not doing either of those, it's doing both.
Hit, crit, more anger.
Okay, he's gonna throw a death blow, knock all the anger out of James. Like I said, that's
So this is going to
really easy to lose that momentum.
C. So that's going to be for 4, 5,
C
6,
to D, yeah,
6 stages.
6 power stages, and I gotta admit, I have not seen James's deck so far consistently pull out any kind of blocking in this whole affair. He's just taking every hit to the face.
This one's heavy.
Ugh. So he's going to take a little bit of damage off that one. 2 life cards, which is not the worst damage I've ever seen. It's actually not the worst idea because at least he could see the bottom on that one. I want so much to see him just reduce his opponent. No, make a minor effort to reduce his anger. I don't even know actually what he would have in his hand that could potentially do that.
I might.
Oh, I see, I see, I see. I mean, this is looking like a problem.
Yeah, I know.
Little did you know, I wasn't going to MPV. I'll just kill you instead. It's that wall breaker. It did a lot of work.
3 searches from life or discard.
Discard.
Oh, okay.
Be careful what you give.
Yeah,
Always
I know.
skip.
What do you?
There's a lot of good
Oh, I
stuff
guess
in
you
there
got Death
anyway.
Blow anyway.
Death Blow's already there.
Yeah, I hate to be that guy and just core him out again, but well, nice to do with less shoulder slams. Yeah, I'm not sure what Zach's really worth. And look at
Wall
that.
breakered me at level 1. So I've just been killing
Whoa, that's funny. Zach is acknowledging how odd it is for him to still be at this level at this stage of the game, with the extreme level hopping. You guys should probably look at the runtime of our little match. Even though here James is taking entirely too long to come to these conclusions here, I don't think even his slow play is going to explain how there's so much time left in this one. I think he's going to go ahead and tough out a couple of hard hits, but he's going to die.
Oh, there's some endurance in there.
So he's going to throw his level 2 at him. Zach's throwing him at James, I should say.
9 to
Shit.
red level.
Did enter.
What?
It would be funny if you just missed it, honestly.
I could. That's what happened last time.
Okay, so he leveled off using his level 1 or his level 2.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then draw 3.
I I do not know what James is counting up. I do not know what he is doing taking so long. It seems like the one of the biggest no-brainers in history with the small life deck that he has. Yep, there you go.
7 stages.
So close.
There you go.
Shuffle in.
Thought that was already what was going down. Oh, if you have a physical.
Yeah, I had nothing to gas. Yeah. And then
So he's resolving it is when he reaches this level effect.
that was gross.
Huh. The only reason, Joey, if you're still watching this one, heaven knows why you'd still be watching it this late in the match. But yeah, well, the only reason he didn't MPPV was because he had a wall breaker on him, and that's a little shocking, isn't it? To think that this would have just been yet another MPV running Vegeta Premier Super fight if it weren't for that one little complication.
Right, so we're going to banish backstrike. Go ahead and
Oh, I'm yelling in the background, and again, I have no memory of it. Okay.
By getting the ball, I got to 4.
Come on.
I would have thrown the thing.
It really
Raise
did.
it up to level. So that I get to shuffle. Shuffle.
Okay, they're resolving a little bit of some missteps. It's fine.
You did. Wild you did. That wild blast was very gross. It was wild.
Yeah, so he did that to me twice. That's what he does.
So it's still 7.
Yeah.
Then I draw a card.
Oh yeah.
Okay, he's got to finish the draw mill from the mastery being used, which I somehow didn't catch. Oh, and we're at the final stage here. He's going to go ahead and
I didn't want to do that, but
take the hit. He has a decent amount of endurance. We saw from that little bit of a preview from this way it was stacked. But I don't think he's going to live through even one more hit, and I'm seeing at least 2 more over there. So I don't actually know what's shuffling those back in. So something went on over there. I guess he's using some card that's off camera.
oh, and then I put the I thought you were gonna throw an attack. I was like, okay, I won't have another one. I can still do the same thing.
Okay, so what do we got here? Come on. There isn't a whole lot that he can do, considering he got him in such an odd spot here. I can see that with the shoulder slam trying to basically hold him back.
It's looking real low, buddy.
Yeah.
We're going to shoulder slam it.
How much is?
14. Vegeta.
Use your one block, James. Go ahead. You still have that one newer set black block. I would prefer that you used it.
6, 6, and 2.
Use the block. Don't die right here like a scrub. You have no reason to do that. You have a level in your hand. Wait a minute. Isn't one of those a physical block? Isn't that his leftmost card in his hand? Okay, because... What? He really thought he was going to live through that.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Wow, he bet the most ridiculous hand I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and it will kill him. Oh, James, it was so much worse than I thought. Yeah, he should have stopped it. Ooh, misplay of the tournament. If you don't count my matches.
Gonna hug me? Gain your 2.
0 stages.
Yep.
You know what?
And then he's going to mischief to burn out your last card.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6.
And he's going to make him ditch a card so the plan goes away even more. And that was a physical block that you didn't have to take the damage. And I assume Black Mischief's going to go. He's just going to go ahead and do it and just keep. Wow, schematics to raise himself to 4.
Slam the lower anger 3.
Oh, he had two of them, so that was the bet. Oh, I'm so sorry, James. That you totally should have blocked the first one and then rope-a-dope the second. None of that worked out the way that it should have. I'm so sorry. Let's see what's next in the next round of nonsense.